Hey everybody, Benjamin Harvey here, founder of Authentic Education and creator of the Expert Accelerator program, and welcome back. Now I say welcome back because I hope you've actually watched the first film where we went through the entire Expert Accelerator formula, the entire 5 steps you need to follow in order to get your message and what you love most in the world and get that out in a commercial sense. In fact, it's my mission in life to ensure that I help as many people as possible make a difference and a fortune doing only what they love. And today I'm going to be sharing with you, as promised from the last video, I'm going to be sharing with you what we call the EDMs, the Expert Delivery Methods. And there's actually 5 of these EDMs that we're going to be running through today, because this is how do you get it so the market actually wants to hear what your message is. So how do you actually get what it is you love most and deliver it to the market in the way they actually want to hear it? And here are the ways I'm going to be showing you in how to do that. As I said, there's 5 of them. Some people just focus on one, some people focus on all 5. It's entirely up to you, but you want to be relying on your natural strength inside these delivery methods, because that's what's going to allow you to be most authentic to the market. But before we do that, I am going to do a little bit of a recap just in case you didn't watch the other video. So here is a short recap of what we call the Expert Accelerator formula. The first thing you need to do is you need to identify your message, as in what brings meaning and what is your mission, and where those two intersect or eclipse each other, that's really where you find your message. So your message is a combination of meaning and mission. Once you've found your message, you've got to go ahead and extract what is your mystique. What makes you different? What makes you special? What is it about your life story that's really going to connect authentically with the audience? What emotional things can you share that will inspire them to want to learn from you, inspire them to want to respond to you, inspire them to want to, really connect with what it is that you're sharing with the world. Once you've found your mystique, you've got to find your method, which we're going to be covering in just a moment. From there, you've got to go into the market, and as I said in the last video, there's 3 ways to get into the market. Well, there's 3 steps really that we use at Authentic Education. The first one is locate, the second one is captivate, and the third one is elevate, as in find them, communicate to them so they're captivated, and then elevate them either out of their pain or into more pleasurable or more of their desires, so to speak. And the last one is the maps, which are our master action plans. You can have money maps, mindset maps, you can have motivation, inspiration maps, you can have customer service maps, you can have, maps of maps really if you wanted to, but they're the maps that really are essential to getting you out there into the marketplace. Now later on I'm also going to be covering with you what are actually the 4, not an art lesson, obviously you can tell drawing is not my strong suit, but that's not what people pay me for. They pay me to get their message out to the world. I'm going to be showing you the 4 essential ingredients that when combined you will know that you only are going to do these 4 things for the rest of your life if you truly align to getting your expertise and getting your message out to the world. As I said, there are 4 things you will love to do. But before we get into that, which I'll be covering a little bit later on, let's head over to our expert delivery methods and just run you through it so you know what it is that you want to be focusing on and how do you get started in it. So the very first expert delivery method is the method of what we call coaching. Now coaching, I'm sure you've heard of this phrase before, but really what does that encompass? Well, to me it encompasses a range of different skill sets. In coaching I also put in consulting, I put in mentoring, I put in masterminding, I put in master classes. So there is I put in group coaching. So there's a whole range of things. Quite often people think coaching is just this one-on-one thing, but it's not restricted to one-on-one. In fact, there's a variety. In fact, I believe there's about 7 different methods of coaching effectively. So you can actually not just earn an hourly rate from one client of say $300 an hour, but I have techniques and strategies that I've taught people time and time again to get their hourly rate up to $10,000 to $15,000 by coaching more people at the same time. So the very first one is coaching. If you want to draw this star down and play along, have a piece of paper, you can play along and learn with me because it's going to be enjoyable. So the very first one here is what I said is coaching. And there's obviously a lot of systems to getting into that and how you're going to do that, and we'll cover that in just a moment. The next one, though, that a lot of people like to get their message out to the world in and really share with a broader audience is what we call online entrepreneurship. Even the flip chart wants to play along, it's so excited. But it's called online entrepreneurship. And this is really where you start to do things like home study programs, like audio programs, like speaking to people on the internet like now, educating you through this camera like I'm doing as you're sitting at your home or wherever you are right now, watching me. I'm doing online entrepreneurship. I'm talking to you and I'm able to share my message and what I love with you. So this really is what we call the online entrepreneurship delivery method. Now this method, it doesn't always resonate with everybody because really this involves a different method and a different way of thinking. So if this isn't for you, don't worry, we've still got 3 more to go, and really there's definitely going to be one that actually suits you. Now what I've also found is with this online entrepreneurship and also with a little bit of coaching, if you combine these 2 together, you can create these things called webinars. And I was working with a lady up in Queensland. Her name's Stacey. And when I was working with Stacey, she wanted to work out a way to leverage what she loves most. Now, Stacey loves sharing the message of being inspired, sharing the message of being on path and living on purpose. So what I did with Stacey is I showed her how to package up a webinar, a 90-minute phone call that people dialed into, and she did some PowerPoint slides on a screen, on a computer screen, that people all around the world could look into. Now, the first webinar Stacey ran, she actually managed to get 34 people online. 34 people dialed in. You might say that's a good result or a crappy result. I don't really care. For me, I think it's a fantastic result because it was the very first time she did it. So out of the people she knew and having a few conversations, she got 34 people to dial in. Now here's the cool thing. Of those 34 people, Stacey ended up with 9 people purchasing a $2,000 training off her. Now you do the mathematics, it's $18,000. So Stacey ended up generating $18,000 from a 90-minute presentation based on me showing her a very simple system to formulate webinars that actually convert. How she gets a message there and gets people inspired to take action whilst in the comfort of their own home. I mean, think about that. Wouldn't you like to be sitting at home, talking on a telephone, clicking through a PowerPoint presentation, sharing what you love most with the world, and at the end of that 90 minutes, people are just putting their credit card details in and purchasing more of what you love. I can't think of a better way to make money except making it out of what inspires you the most. I think that's the secret to life, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we show you at our Expert Accelerator program. The next one that people get out their expertise through is also through the concept of being an author. Now, obviously, you may or may not have come across books before. I'm heavily dyslexic. I read slower than you could imagine. So best don't give me the gift of a book if you're thinking of giving me something, like if we get to become friends and all that sort of stuff. Books really aren't my thing. But really, a lot of people share their message through the written word, through being an author. And we can show you systems and how to, I guess, fast track this. You can actually get published a lot faster because being an author is quite a critical moment. The next thing that other people often do is they go out there and they like to speak. So they go in and they use speaking. And this is keynote speaking, talking, presenting, and this really involves how to package and share your message in a way that you understand the physiology, the tonality, and how you actually share that with the world. And the very last one that people often share their message through is by being a trainer. So we've got here coaching, online, author, speaking, and trainer. Obviously, we've used some verbs and adjectives and some nouns in there. They should have all followed a formula. But anyway, you get the message. You understand that there are 5 core ways of delivering your message out to the marketplace. So think to yourself, which one resonates most with you? Now, I am going to be coming to your local city, and I'm going to be running an evening workshop that's going to go from 7 till 9:30 p.m. And in that workshop, I'm going to be sharing with you every strategy I know to get what you love most and get that out to the world. So you can register down below and put your details in. The event is actually, it's a free event. We're doing an online special for free. I mean, obviously there's a cost involved, but for the people who are watching this video, we're doing you a very special offer. So click down below, have a look through, enter your details and register right now. And I'm going to be coming back and talking to you in another couple of days' time to go through those 4 essential ingredients that I mentioned before. But right now, just enter your details down below. I look forward to seeing you at the event where I'm going to be sharing a whole bunch more of this information that's really going to get you out there and share your message with the world. Until we meet again, smile often, live your love, and do whatever it takes to be your own best friend. I'll see you soon.